So this Star Wars theory versus Pablo Hidalgo stuff is pretty crazy, but I do think it's beginning to rebuild the fandom in a weird, twisted way. So Pablo, if you somehow see this, screw you, but also thank you. If you don't know what's going on yet, I'll give you a quick summary. Star Wars Theory cried at the Luke reveal while he was live streaming. Someone took that clip and posted it on Twitter making fun of Theory. Pablo Hidalgo replied and said, "Emotions are not for sharing." This made fans angry, and when Pablo caught wind of the anger, he deleted his tweet but made it his Twitter header to double down. 6 whole hours later, Theory posted screenshots of the tweet because Pablo's account is privated. And around 24 hours after that, Pablo tweeted a fake corporate apology. And now we are here. If you want to see a full breakdown of this entire situation, I have a lot of other videos on my channel that do that. Now what Pablo did to Theory was horrible and I hate it, but in many ways it was good for the Star Wars fandom. Pablo is indirectly uniting the fandom, and even some of the actors are showing that they are standing with us. People like Hamill and Gina Carano have spoken out against Pablo, and while they did do it indirectly, we all know what they were doing. Star Wars Theory and Geeks and Gamers even did a live stream together, and if you don't know, those two have been beefing for a little while now. But Geeks and Gamers spoke out against Pablo and defended Theory in this situation. This caused them to reunite and do a stream together, and they said they would be doing a lot more as well. Obviously, the Star Wars fandom has been getting progressively worse ever since The Force Awakens came out. The Last Jedi just kind of sealed its fate. But now that we had The Mandalorian that has brought us together, then we get Luke Skywalker, then we get this Pablo versus Theory drama. All of these things have snowballed into the fans coming together once again. And then to add on top of that, we get Gina Carano speaking out in favor of the fans. Roll the clip.
Emotions.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Without being criticized.
People should 100% express their emotions, and I think that they need to express them more. You know, that's and it's okay. It's 100% okay if somebody is like, "Hey, I didn't get it," or "I didn't think that," or "I didn't feel that." But I don't think that it's okay to ever tell somebody's and this goes across the board. This goes towards everyone. So you can't just sit here and say, "Hey, like, your feelings don't count on this end," but then and then your feelings count on this end. You have to be, if you're a feelings person, if you're an empathetic person, you have to listen to all of them.
In this clip, Gina said indirectly that she supports the fans and supports Star Wars Theory. And let's be real here, she was definitely saying that she doesn't approve of Pablo's actions. But most importantly, she's saying that she's standing with the fans. And she even said that the fans need to have more power. These types of actions from people heavily involved in Star Wars will keep the ball rolling on rebuilding the fandom. Gina seems like such a good person, and she seems like she genuinely enjoys being part of Star Wars. And I don't mean just the TV shows, I mean the fandom as well. And then we have the big one. Hamill even tweeted about this situation. And to me, Mark's tweet was even more of a direct response than the Gina clip. Mark tweeted, "Sometimes the greatest gifts are the most unexpected and something you never realized you wanted until it was given. Hashtag thank you John and Dave." Now, not only is this tweet speaking out against Pablo Hidalgo, but this is also speaking in favor of John and Dave. This means that Lucasfilm is seeing how much we are loving the content that John and Dave are putting out. Mark tweeting this and us showing our love for the tweet will reinforce how much we are loving the work that John and Dave are putting in, and will hopefully help John and Dave to get more and more power. Star Wars Theory and Geeks and Gamers coming together for a stream just caps it all off perfectly. Theory is all about his storytelling, and Geeks and Gamers is all about the news and stories outside of the actual storytelling. The two coming together to make content and stream is awesome, and I can't wait to see what else they create. Those two making amends is the perfect symbol of the fandom reuniting, and I'm so glad it's finally getting repaired. The fandom has been in desperate need of change for so long. We were in an awful place until The Mandalorian Season 1 came out, and after that it got a little better, but it was still really bad because The Rise of Skywalker had came out around the same time, and we all know that movie wasn't good for fandom at all. What this Pablo Hidalgo stuff is doing is uniting us against a common enemy. When people are united against a common enemy, it lets everyone know we aren't so different. Even if one person loves The Last Jedi and the next person hates it, you still both love Star Wars. So why be so angry at each other? This will all promote positive discussions in the fandom and bring us back to where we need to be. I'm so grateful for Gina and Mark and all the other people who are close to Star Wars and speaking out in favor of the fandom. Oh, and one last time, screw you Pablo, but also thank you. What are your thoughts on the current state of the fandom? And also, what are your thoughts on this whole Pablo Hidalgo situation? I will definitely continue to cover everything about this situation on the channel, so if you did like the video, make sure you subscribe. And if you like this video, like the video and consider checking out some of my other content. But other than that, thanks for watching the video and hope to see you on the next one.